Would you buy this Mazda CX-90 over a Toyota Grand Highlander? Oh wait, hold on. Let's try this again. Would you buy a Mazda CX-90 over the new Toyota Grand Highlander? I don't know. Hey, it's Tim, Pickup Truck Plus SUV Talk, and this week I have this Mazda CX-90. It's getting swapped out tomorrow for a Toyota Grand Highlander. I thought it'd be interesting to do a comparison video. Now, unfortunately, when I started doing this comparison videos was today, and we've had a cold snap. And I'm not talking like just a cold snap. Like daytime highs in the negative temperatures. Overnight lows below zero. So this is what I got for you. I'm going to go ahead and do the interior of this Mazda CX-90 the best I can. And I'll do the interior of the Toyota Grand Highlander best I can. The Toyota, it turns out it's 3 syllables, Tim. And I'll do some exterior B-roll during summertime so you can actually see these vehicles when it's not, well, frozen over, covered with snow, all that kind of stuff. All right, I'm here at the Chicago Auto Show and I found a CX-90 sitting here. So I thought, let's do the CX-90 versus Highlander comparison on exterior here at the show. It's all nice and pretty and clean. We have the nice kind of, I really like the exterior styling of the Mazda CX-90. I think it looks really sharp. Coming around the sides, we said the same tires I didn't love. We have, this is a plug-in hybrid, but our version was just a gas. As we come around the sides here, you can see this. See the profile is really nice, sleek look to it. I really like the way it looks. Overall, I think Mazda does a great job on that. And then coming around the back, there is the rear of the CX-90. Again, just styling-wise, I think it just looks fantastic. We'll talk more about the interior here in a minute. You can see my issues the third row, but yeah, that is a good-looking SUV, in my opinion. Okay, then here is the Grand Highlander in a different color than I had it, but the Hybrid Max, the same trim, platinum, at the auto show. And I just want to show this as well in a faster, quick kind of manner. And I did the Mazda CX-90, not too many details. Just get your overall view of the exterior. This looks a lot bigger, a lot boxier from the outside, just the way the styling is. And come around the rear, we can see the Grand Highlander. It just feels taller, which is why that you'll see in the interior we'll have some changes with the headroom in the rear seats. And it just feels like an overall bigger vehicle than the CX-90. So CX-90 is probably more sleek, more stylish. The Grand Highlander is stylish, but it definitely feels bigger in person. It feels taller, it feels wider, and overall just a different type of 3-row SUV. So this is the CX-90. I've driven around a little bit this week, but not a lot. It's got all season tires on the outside, and they are terrible. In the light snow and on ice, forget about it. And so it's been kind of a trouble some time driving around. I can tell you, I drove around before the snowstorm hit when I picked up in Denver. It drove all right. You know, I expect more from a Mazda. We actually used to have a CX-5 we owned, and I really liked the way that drove. The weight, the power balance on that was great. This one just doesn't have the same kind of driving feel to me that other Mazdas do, but it does have that premium feel interior that Mazda's going for. Let me get back to that. So we have this interesting kind of wood pattern here. We have some interesting styling here. Interior, it just feels different. It just has a really luxury looking interior. I like the way Mazda's done their dash. If you can see it, I'll try to put this over my hand over the screen so you can, or the camera so you can see it. I do like how it's all kind of blended in together. I like how that looks. I just have a big fan of the way Mazda does this interior. It's kind of a two-tone look, but it's got the black built in there as well. And then we have some controls down here, different driving modes. I have off-road, normal, and sport. I've been driving around when I have to, in off-road mode, because that's the best I think of as far as changing the transmission shifting and throttle response. That's all that stuff does. Doesn't make it. That's all the drive modes do. This is a wireless charger back here, which is interesting. So I don't have my phone on me, but my phone just barely fits on there. And it's an iPhone 11. So I don't know. It seems like that could be a little bit bigger. A couple cup holders. I have some radio controls here, and then I have a split, like kind of his and her. Oh, I forgot to get this stuff out. As far as a center console, it's not very deep. I do have some USBs, but you can see, like, this is a thing of tape. That's about as deep as it is, which is kind of surprising. I figured that'd be a little bit deeper. I have kind of a 2-panel panorama moonroof there as well. I have kind of this nice styling here as far as that color there. So I do have heated seats and cool seats, or and we're going to turn on the heated seats, not the cooled seats. I'm going to put that on high, let that just kind of idle. It's been sitting out for a couple days, and so it's going to take some time for it to go ahead and get going. It did take a little bit to start, but again, overnight lows, negative temperatures. Like negative 16 was the overnight low. Our dog door froze. Like literally the plastic froze. All right, I'm going to go ahead and hop in the second row, and then we'll get in the third row. We'll talk more about this interior, if I can. Here we go. Oh, buddy. I don't know how the cows are doing it, by the way. This is a burgundy exterior color. I wish I could show you guys this color because it really looked great. Really looked great as far as in the sunlight. There's that color as well on this door. Really interesting pattern. I'm not sure what they call this, but interesting. We'll put the sunshade up there and give us a little more blockage for filming. That's how that works. Okay, so here we go. This is the second row. Different center console there as well. Quite a bit deeper. Quite a bit deeper on the center console here. A couple cup holders. This is a built-in hard center console. Doesn't move. Has some USBs back there. Heated seats, cooled seats in the second row, which is pretty darn impressive. And then I really want to get to the third row, and I'm going to do that before I get too much colder. Let's see if this goes up. It's just like, holy cow, is it cold? It's all right. Let me slide this forward. Get this out of the way. All right, hold on. Camera difficulties. Okay, I'm back. Nothing against it. It's so darn cold. I have a little bit of a step there and a little bit of grab handle here, which is nice. Third rows. You know, you get the grab handle, grab hold. It's a little cup holder back there as well. We'll go ahead and put my foot in there, and then I'm gonna go ahead and get in this third row. These third rows. I'm not very flexible, so always kind of a pain in the butt. Okay, here we go. Third row. Whew. Ow. I don't fit. I'm 5'7". I don't fit. Right on top of the head. Yeah, that's surprising. So I think we'll see in the Grand Highlander, you actually can fit real adults back here, but I can tell you that that's kind of weird. I don't fit at all. Cup holder, USB's there. Speaker back there as well. I'm not sure. Oh, that must be the second row speakers because there's no speaker up top. But yeah, I have some AC plugs here. AC hookup and some. This is like a cigarette lighter that you just put a adapter in for more USBs. Or I have a vacuum actually plugs into that. So well there, a little vent there as well. Okay, and then yeah, so this is the third row. I'm just shocked. I don't fit. So if you have kids, you could put back here. You could probably get two. I'd call this a 6-seater. I'm sure Mazda calls this a 7, but I don't know. I call this 6-seater. Two adults, maybe if you scrunch down a little bit on a short drive around town. I'm not sure about entry exit. Not sure I like the way the seat goes. Really small entrance there to get in and out. Yeah, on the interesting. That really surprises me. I'm surprised. You guys put your comments down below. I'm surprised too. I like the styling of the overall Mazda CX-90, but gosh, you can't give it another inch or two? I mean, interesting. I don't understand that one. I do have some decent amount of storage space once you get behind me. I mean, a couple of different bags and things. You're not going to take like a family of 6 on a road trip with luggage and such without doing some sort of roof rack hookup or some sort of hookup in the back as far as taking a little luggage rack carrier with you. So yeah, you're really not going to have that much more space back there. But you know, really, I mean, really good seating there as far as for 2. And then having the storage room in the back for having roller boards and stuff like that back there. I'm going to go show you these tires and talk to them more about that. I'm going to go inside because this is getting cold real fast. Okay, I'm outside. It is definitely cold. But these are the open country A50s. I looked them up online. They are all season tires and not all terrain tires, which the first thing I do with this Mazda is swap all those tires because they do not work in this type of environment at all, which just surprises me. to have that kind of tire on there. But I wanted to, yeah, this is kind of the, sorry, it's all dirty back here. I don't have a receiver hitch back here. So you can't even add a luggage rack or something on a road trip. But CX-90, all-wheel drive, Skyactiv G. I'll go around the front a little bit. It's just got dirty and I can't wash it. The car washes are all closed. Inline 6 engine, turbocharged inline 6 engine. I think it's turbo. I'll look it up. I'll put comments down below. Mazda on the front. There's your front grille lookup. So that's what we have on this Mazda CX-90. Let's hop over to the Toyota Grand Highlander, and hopefully it's warmer. All right, now let's check out the Grand Highlander, but let's start from the back to the front, and I'll wrap this up. So this is the second row of the Grand Highlander. I have my luggage because I'm flying out today and to do another event, and then this pops out here, and you can take this out and use it elsewhere, or take it out completely, and it's a nice walk through to the third row. So we have this nice seating here, the same styling seat, kind of like a cloth here, leather outside, same on the front seats as well. But I'll pull this lever, okay, and this seat moves forward, and then I have the getting back there, and I have a nice grab handle here, so I can hop in like this, hop in like this, and come all the way back. Cup holders, USB, vents. I mean, they've got this third row set up for lots of people, different sizes. Had my friend stop by. He was around 6 foot and he fit back here just fine. What's interesting about this third row versus the Mazda CX-90 is going to be right here. It's this lever. These seats recline. So that makes a big difference for people of taller stature. You can recline that seat and not hit your head on top of the headrest. Key difference. Okay, let's go ahead and keep moving up the second row. Okay, now this seat comes back. What's tough to tell is there's some control, like levers here that you can't always identify. So that's a little bit of a thing where they could have done some, I don't know, white lettering here, whatever, make it stand out. But, well, that's what they did. So we have some USBs back there. Heated and cooled seats in second row. And there's your HVAC controls back here. Now, the rear storage is about the same. Both vehicles are very dirty, so I'm going to show you, like I said, I showed you the B-roll of the exterior. I have a little bit of styling here. Seat control buttons, the different controls for the windows, heated seat button, auto headlights for high beams, AC in the back, turn that on, a fuel door, and the rear hatch. Okay, so inside the cabin, we have the center console, we have the center screen here, different controls here at the vents. This is how you turn it on. This is your camera view, USBs, wireless charger, the shifter, like a Prius style shifter. You put your foot on the brake, you go back, and then you go up to go forward and back to go drive. It's a little unique, takes a little time to get used to it. I have a little cubby hold here, and I have some drink holders, as well as I have, oh, dropped my sunglasses. So well, some drive modes, a snow mode for like changing transmission shift points, like that. You don't want to get too fast off-road and snow. We have Sport, Eco. This is mainly for around town driving. Sport is more aggressive as far as how the throttle response is. We have nice storage down here with a opening for a kind of a 12-volt hookup. One thing that's nice is on the passenger side, little cubby hole storage there, and USB there. So quite a bit of little cubby hole storages. I like the extra storage here. Now, the issue that I realized while I was driving one day was this wireless charger is not really indented too much. So I made a turn, my phone was here. My phone was here. So I think one key miss for this would be having more of an indented or having some more sides here to keep this phone in place so it doesn't slide if you make any aggressive cornering. Let's go ahead and fire it up. I'm not sure what I was listening to, so I'll turn that all the way down. There is your main screen, and I'll try to get rid of the glare a little bit on the screen best I can. And then here's your screen pop up here, okay? So this we get going on. We have a digital rear mirror or a regular rear view mirror, a digital one or a regular, sunglass holder, panel moonroof, So all the bells and whistles in this Platinum version. And this is the ADAS system. It's the Advanced Driver Assistance System. You can see those little lights there. I've had the brake on. So it's kind of nice to see if your brake lights are on or not. It also scrubs some speed in the corners for you. It'll also do some traffic jam assist for you. Different systems do that. It also does lane sensing, keeping your lane better, lane centering, lane tracing assist, so it keeps you right in the middle of the lane. Lots of cool features with this. And again, just a nice little add-on in this Platinum. It's not semi-autonomous driving. I call it one-hand driving or one-finger driving. It really reduces the amount of stress you have driving with all the advanced systems. But like I said, let's go ahead and hit the road. One thing I did want to show off is the camera, and I'll get close. So here's that shifter. It's over, then up, and here's our backup camera. Again, I'll get a little closer so stop the glare. But it uses it records what you drove over, then it shows you on the screen what you're driving back over. It's kind of a cool idea. Not sure how handy it is, but it's kind of cool to see on the screen. All right, here we go. Getting on the interstate, I want to talk about our key differences and really kind of boil this down for you. So on the road, behind the wheel, on the road again, let me turn everything on. What you'll notice is I think the Mazda rides better than the Toyota Grand Highlander. I think the CX-90 has a better ride quality. I think performance-wise, they're about the same. This is the Hybrid Max powertrain in this Grand Highlander. I don't think you need that. I personally think the hybrid by itself, I think I'm saying it right, people always pick on me for that, is the sweet spot in this lineup. So I think I go hybrid with the Grand Highlander, not the Hybrid Max. But I think overall power delivery for a 3-row SUV for this kind of consumer who's not going to be roasting the tires, I think they're both about the same. I do like the hybrid in the Grand Highlander that gets about 35 miles per gallon on average. I'm only averaging about 20 with this. Hybrid Max just means more power. It doesn't mean more fuel economy. Overall features, I'm comparing again the top level CX-90 versus the top level Grand Highlander. Those are the type of vehicles I get delivered to my house for reviews. I would say overall, I think the CX-90 has better interior styling. Looks more stylish overall. It's more premium feeling. You do spend a little bit more money for that. I think the Grand Highlander is more form over function, or function over form, excuse me, in that there's more function going on here. It's maybe not as stylish as the CX-90, but I have additional storage pockets, storage bins, I have lots of USBs, I have heated and cooled second row seats, I have a more usable third row because of the way that the seat tilts. I think if you're looking at that overall, you have the CX-90 is more form over function. It looks a lot better in certain areas of the interior. Again, subjective. And where the Grand Highlander is function over form. So kind of really interesting differences. Reliability, I think you're fine. Reliability is probably going to be about the same between both models. I'm not going to have any concerns there. Again, it's going to come down to what you aspire to do. I mean, what you aspire to have. Do you want a vehicle that looks really good? Or do you want a vehicle that's more usable? It's kind of the crux of it. All right, there you go. There's my thoughts on a CX-90 versus the Toyota Grand Highlander. The rare chance I get a chance to compare both these models week to week. And I just thought it was really interesting. So leave your comments down below. What do you guys think? Was I wrong? Was I right? You guys, I know, will let me know. Make sure to check out videos over here as well. Our website, pickuptrucktalk.com. As always, thanks for watching. I will see you down the road.